joins me now. Clive, good to see you. So how has choice been reduced?
Choice has been reduced, Ian, largely because the way in which, when you give somebody choice, you may end up giving people the appearance of freedom, but then when they have to exercise it, it turns out to be more complex. That complexity needs more advice and guidance. That costs more money, and then you end up in a vicious loop. And you end up thinking you've got the freedom, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. And there are fewer products available than I think were originally envisaged.
Indeed, a lot of people have stopped selling annuities altogether, the Prudential being the best-known example.
Well, I don't want to give you a blizzard of statistics, but in the old days, 75% of people or their funds would have bought an annuity upon retirement. That number is now down to 15%. 55% of customers do an encashment, take their money out and spend it in some way, and then the remaining 30% do some form of drawdown products through that retirement. So there has been a major change and a decline in the annuities market.
And a lot of these drawdown products are not particularly well designed?
I think drawdown covers a very wide spectrum, and some are well designed and some are less well designed. The issue with drawdown is whether you can make your money last as long as you live. Essentially, we are underfunded. We don't put enough money into our pension schemes. We are living longer, and the costs in the later stage in our life are far higher than people anticipate. And as such, does a drawdown product, is it there for long enough, and will it provide for you? And it's not a guarantee. It's a defined contribution scheme rather than a guaranteed scheme. And
presumably this is exacerbated by the fact that so few people are actually taking advice.
Well, that is one of the major challenges. The government obviously hoped that PensionWise and other schemes would give advice, but these are complicated products. It's not like buying a mortgage or taking out car insurance. There are, I'll use the phrase, multivariables in people's ages, how long they'll work, what they've saved, whether there have been divorces in the family, etc. And therefore, it's inevitable that people need to take advice or guidance. And just one other statistic, on average, our average client has a pot of £26,000. That would give an annuity of about £1,300 or £25 a week. And if somebody comes to you and says, well, I want to give you advice, but it costs you £250, you think that's 10 weeks of earnings.
Of course. Are you worried that the Chancellor is going to reduce tax reliefs on pension savings this week?
I don't think the Chancellor needs any more advice from anybody right now. There is a man on data overload. What I would like to see from a consumer's point of view is that we should be encouraged to save. And any fiscal give, i.e. tax advantage to people helping them save, must be a good thing for individuals and UK PLC.
All right, well